Ever wanted to be a famous singer, but scared you'd have to follow someone else's rules? Bad Boy Records made some stars, but some singers wanted to be their own boss. Today, we're talking about 5 singers who left Bad Boy to make their own music. Before we start, give this video a thumbs up. YouTube doesn't like stories like this, but let's dive in. Number 5. Cassandra Ventura Cassie. At number 5, Cassie's story with Diddy is a tough one. Back in the day, she signed with his record label and they even dated. Things seemed good at first, but Cassie went to court in November of 2023 with some serious accusations. She said Diddy pressured her into doing things that made her uncomfortable, like having sex with other people while he watched. There were even claims of him hurting her physically. Cassie wasn't the only one who felt controlled by Diddy. A powerful law in New York exists to help people who are mistreated, and Cassie bravely used it to fight for herself. This law suggests that Diddy's controlling behavior wasn't just recent, but had allegedly been happening for years, even when she was younger. The abuse apparently wasn't limited to their personal life. Cassie claimed Diddy tried to control every aspect of her life, including her medical decisions. There were even rumors that he lashed out at someone else who dared to date Cassie after their breakup. The situation quickly escalated, but surprisingly, they settled the case in court the very next day. The details of the settlement are a closely guarded secret, leaving everyone to speculate about what transpired. Diddy publicly wished Cassie well, while his lawyer maintained his innocence. This ordeal shattered their on-again, off-again relationship, leading to a permanent split in 2017. Number 4. Rodney Jones Jr. At number 4, let's explore Rodney Jones Jr.'s narrative. He is a music producer who initiated legal proceedings against Diddy in February 2024. Jones Jr. said Diddy did bad things to him, like grabbing him where he shouldn't, making him do things he didn't want to, and even worse. Jones Jr. wanted $30 million for what he went through. He even had pictures and messages to show what happened. Did Diddy make Jones Jr. watch things he didn't want to see? Did he push drugs on him at parties? And what about Cuba Gooding Jr.? Jones Jr. said Diddy set him up to be hurt by others, including Gooding Jr. How did Diddy respond? He said it's all made up. Jones Jr. says he showed proof, but crickets. Ready for number 3? You've definitely seen them on TV, but who were they before they were famous? Like the video and let's find out together. Number 3. Mark Curry. Now let's talk about Mark Curry at number 3. Mark Curry's story adds another voice to the chorus of those who felt mistreated by Bad Boy Records. Back in his rapping days, Mark was signed to Diddy's label. He channeled his experiences into a tell-all book titled Dancing with the Devil. This book wasn't a love letter to the music industry. Mark painted a picture of feeling used during his time with Diddy. He described being pressured to work with specific people he disliked and claimed Diddy would take credit for his creative work, leaving Mark feeling underappreciated. Financial frustrations added to the mix, as Mark felt he wasn't properly compensated for his contributions. But his concerns went beyond personal slights. Mark's book also mentioned rumors swirling around Diddy's treatment of women. He claimed Diddy acted inappropriately towards women, being overly pushy and disrespectful. The release of Mark's book in March of 2023 was a significant moment. It wasn't every day someone dared to speak out against Diddy's powerful label. Mark hoped his story would serve as an eye-opener, exposing the darker side of the music industry and the potential exploitation artists can face. Eugene Big Gene Deal used to be a familiar face, the security guard keeping watch over Diddy. But lately, Deal's been making headlines for a different reason. He's been appearing frequently on live streams and the topic of conversation. Diddy himself, and things aren't exactly complimentary. This shift from guarding Diddy to seemingly criticizing him is a head-scratcher. Maybe Deal feels like he can finally speak his truth, free from any pressure or loyalty. Perhaps he wants to break free from Diddy's shadow and share his own experiences. Within the context of a particularly intense live stream, Deal made the accusation that Diddy had mistreated the mothers of his children. He went so far as to suggest that Diddy was responsible for the injuries that Kim Porter suffered, who sadly passed away in 2018. These accusations cannot be verified, but they certainly portray a troubling image. there is no way to verify them. That was not the end of the deal. In addition, he detailed a hostile working atmosphere that Diddy had created, which was characterized by continuous screaming and threats. It is anyone's guess as to whether or not this is really accurate, but it does give the impression of a tense and uncomfortable atmosphere. When Big G makes his statement, it is possible that he is attempting to pull back the curtain on Diddy's life and portray a side of him that is not frequently seen. He may want people to hold Diddy accountable for his behavior, or he may simply want the world to know what it was like to be on the inside looking out. Either way, he wants everyone to know what it was like. No matter what his reasons may be, Dill's statements are certain to provoke discussion and bring up issues about the individual who is responsible for the music. Number 1. Unnamed woman, Jane Doe. Our final story is about a woman named Jane Doe, and it's a tough one to hear. Back in 2023, Jane Doe showed incredible bravery by taking legal action against Diddy and another man. She accused them of a terrible crime, forcing her to have sex when she was only 17 years old. This allegedly happened at Diddy's recording studio in New York. Jane Doe wasn't going to stay silent. She knew what happened was wrong, and she used a special law in New York that protects people who have been hurt by others. This lawsuit was her way of saying enough is enough and taking back control of her life. It showed Diddy he couldn't control her anymore and that she deserved justice. The story of Jane Doe is considered significant due to the fact that it reveals a negative aspect of the music industry. In some cases, it can be used by powerful individuals to cause harm to other individuals. Jane Doe serves as a model for other individuals who have been through the same experience by having a conversation about what took place. All people have the ability to voice their minds and fight for what is right. And the fact that she was courageous sends a powerful message. Jane Doe's story is important because it shows a bad side of the music industry where powerful people can hurt others. By talking about her experiences, Jane Doe helps others who have faced similar situations feel less alone. She shows that everyone has the right to speak up and stand up for justice. Her bravery sends a strong message that it's okay to talk about these issues and fight back against wrongdoing. This encourages more people to come forward and share their own stories, creating a movement for change and making the music industry a better place for everyone. Message. Bad Boy Records made many stars, but some singers wanted to be their own boss. We talked about 5 people who left to make their own music. Cassie went to court. Rodney Jones Jr. said bad things happened, and Mark Curry wrote a book about being treated unfairly. Even a security guard, Eugene Big Gene Deal, spoke out. A brave woman named Jane Doe sued Diddy. These stories show it's important to be your own boss and fight for what's right, even if it's scary. Thanks for watching. Like this video and subscribe for more stories. We love to hear your ideas. What kind of video would you like to see next? Let us know in the comments.